What's up everyone, it's your girl Annabelle J. Welcome back to another video. Before we go any further, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and click that little bell so you never miss any videos from me. So I kind of contemplated on whether I wanted to upload this video or not. I recorded this probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago, to be honest. But I did a little poll on Instagram and you guys said you wanted to see it, so here it is. So I began by moisturizing my face with the Olay Regenerist Whip moisturizer, and now as always I'm going in with a little bit of MAC Paint Pot and laying low into my smile lines. I'm telling you guys, if you have issues with deep set smile lines and foundation settling into it, this is a great hack to prevent that. So now I'm using the Maybelline brow pencil to lightly fill in my brows, and I did use an eyebrow razor to clean up a little bit. I'm growing my brows out, but I did want to get rid of the excess hair so that it would look a little bit neater when I conceal them, because that light concealer shows up everything. So I did use an eyebrow razor and just lightly went under the shape of my brow just to clean them up, as well as on the top. And now I'm using a little bit of the Prolong Wear Concealer from MAC and NC45 to highlight under the brow. Now typically I don't ever do under my brows this bright, but because I was using a rich color, I needed the contrast so that my eye appeared to have more shape and didn't look crazy. So it's all about contrast and, you know, highlights and shadows, that type of stuff. So that is why I opted to use a lighter concealer underneath the brow. So now I am priming my lids with a little bit of the MAC Paint Pot and laying low. You guys know this is a Prolong Wear cream eyeshadow base, but it does make a great primer. It really does prevent the shadows from creasing throughout the day. So now I'm beginning by buffing this color from the Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette into my crease, and this color is called Jamata. Now if I'm saying these words wrong, mind your business and roll your edges. So I will be using the Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette along with the Melt Cosmetics Impulsive palette. So I'm just using this color from the Warrior 2 palette to really build up the color in my crease first. And I'm using this on a fluffy blending brush and really just taking my time to diffuse the edges so that it kind of blows out and blends into the concealer that I placed underneath the brow and makes it look really seamless. I'm sure you guys have heard it over the years. No lines of demarcation. That is the key. So for the lid now, I am taking Dream Big from the Melt Cosmetics palette. And I did dip my brush into this color along with Boss Lady from Melt Cosmetics. And I am packing this onto my lid. I wanted the most color payoff, so I'm using a really tight, small, dense eyeshadow brush. And of course, you know, the tighter the bristles are, the more color payoff you will get. The more fluffier the bristles are, the more diffused and blown out the color will be. So I'm switching back over to that initial blending brush just to kind of buff my crease and my lid colors together and really blow them out. Now I honestly could have done a lot more blending with this eyeshadow look, but I was running late for church, y'all, so that's why I was kind of hesitant on putting it up. But listen, everybody has their off days, and I kind of feel like this was an off day. But it's funny because when I got to church, everybody was like, I love your makeup. Now I did add some other colors to it that I did not show in this video, and I did not take any pictures that day, but it was after I added the colors that I really started to like this look. I did add some of the blue that you can find in my dress into my inner corner, and I added a little bit of a green shift into the center of the lid, and yeah, then I really started to like it. But you know, I didn't record all of that. So moving on, I am taking a little bit of my Wet n Wild mascara and just giving my lashes a nice coat to prep them for my falsies. And I am using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This is in the shade Maple. If I were doing concealer on top of foundation, I would definitely use Chestnut, but because I love to underpaint, I do go a shade lighter so that the brightness remains and doesn't get diffused from the foundation color. So I am using that, and this is a really nice hydrating concealer. It has a ton of coconut water in it, and like I said, it is really dry right now in New York, so having something with a bit of hydration is definitely important. And I love using little brushes like this to buff out my concealer. This one is, I think, from Jessup. And I promise to try to get away from the underpainting from the bit, but I just really love how seamless and flawless it is. Okay, so I tried not to use my Kiss foundation, and I really used to like this foundation once upon a time. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. This color is Espresso. Now, I was a die-hard fan of this foundation like last year before. And then I put it on today expecting to love it, and I don't know, I wasn't really feeling it. It seemed really patchy, so I went to my Kiss. I tried, y'all. Like, come on now, give me an E for effort. So I did go in with my Kiss foundation. This is the Pro Touch Drop Foundation in the color Chestnut, and it's just extremely seamless, as you guys can see. It's so flawless. Sorry if you guys can hear the dog. I am currently in Barbados right now, and there's a lot of nature here. There's dogs and roosters and pigs and goats, and they kind of do the most throughout the day. So that's another reason why I haven't been able to record. But now to set my under eye, I'm going in with the Kiss Pro Touch matte foundation powder in the color Sun Beige on one of those same brushes that I use for my concealer. And I am just really packing this on to keep the brightness of the skin and to set the area. Now to set the remainder of the face, I'm going in with the same powder but in the color caramel. I'm sorry, I'm using it in the color caramel, and I'm just making sure to sweep away the excess powder from underneath the eyes. And as you can see, it still remains bright. And now I am using my Shinka Beauty blush and contour and bronzer palette, and I'm using the first two shades I'm using the last two shades on the bottom row to add a bit of shadow and dimension to the face. I wish I would have blended out my highlight a little bit more, but you can't, so too late. So now I'm going in with the blush and highlight palette from Shinka Beauty, and I'm using the first two blushes in the second row to add a little bit of color to the face. And I'm also dipping into that highlighter in the palette and adding a little bit of glow. Now for my lower lash line, I am taking Big Wig from, not Big Wig, oh my gosh, the color I used on my lid. My phone is somewhere over there. Same color I used on my lid, and I'm just running that along my lower lash line and then coating with a pair. What am I saying? It's early, y'all. I am coating my lower lash line with some mascara, and then I'm using these Demi Wispy lashes that I got from the beauty supply. These are like my church lashes. They say, you know, I'm cute, but I'm sanctified at the same time. So now I'm going to be lining my lips with this Navi Cosmetics pencil. I think it's just called Dark Brown. It is very similar to the color Chestnut. It's like a cross between Chestnut and Cork, but it gets the job done. And now I'm taking this pencil from Thrive Cosmetics called Gizian and filling in my lips. You guys know I love to layer my products, and doing this really helps my lip color to last all day. So now to finish the lips, I'm going to take this lip gloss I got from Burlington. I think it's from Ellen Tracy. It's just a nude color, and I'm just gonna add that to the lip just to add a little bit of sheen. And yeah, this is pretty much the look, guys. So as always, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye, guys.